Oh, hi, this is Mrs. Mountain, K4 teacher, and I'm here to read you a book called Harry the Dirty Dog. This is by Jean Zion, pictures by Margaret Bloy Graham, and the publisher of this book is Harper and Row Publishers. So at the end, after I read this story, I'm going to do a little retelling, and I thought it would be fun to do it on my felt board. So stay tuned, and after this reading, I'm going to retell the story. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except getting a bath. So one day, when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush and buried it in the backyard. Then he ran away from home. He played where they were fixing the street, and he got very dirty. He played at the railroad, and he got even dirtier. He played tag with the other dogs and became dirtier still. He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he changed from being a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. Wow, look how dirty he is. Although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired and hungry too. So without stopping on the way, he ran back home. When Harry got to his house, he crawled through the fence and sat looking at the back door. One of the family looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard." "By the way, has anybody seen Harry?" Oh no, I think we're to the problem in this story. They don't recognize Harry. When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them he was Harry. He started to do his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped and he flop-flipped. He rolled over and played dead. He danced and he sang. He did these tricks over and over again, but everyone shook his head and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry." I wonder what he's going to do. Harry gave up and walked slowly toward the gate, but suddenly he stopped. He ran to a corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. He found the scrubbing brush, and carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with the family following close behind. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he certainly had never done before. "The little doggie wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Well, why don't you and your brother give him one?" Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mommy, Daddy, look, look, come quick!" "It's Harry, it's Harry, it's Harry," they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became once again a white dog with black spots. It was wonderful to be home. After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he'd hidden underneath his pillow. I see it sticking out right there. I'm going to retell the story of Harry the Dirty Dog, but before I do, I want to go over the different parts of a story, or the story elements. So I'm going to use this story rope. And the first part you'll see is the setting of the story, where, when the story is taking place. And then we have the characters in the story. We want to name the characters if we know their names. So in this case, one of the characters is a dog named Harry. So I'm going to make sure I use his name when I'm retelling. Usually in a story there is a problem. So this knot represents the problem of the story. And we want to make sure we tell the story in sequence. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and then I'm going to move to the middle, and then we'll go to the end of the story. And at the end of the story, usually the problem is solved. So this bow represents the story kind of wrapping up and the problem getting solved. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little retelling of Harry the Dirty Dog. And when we do a retelling, we try to remember as many of the important details as we can. We also try to remember to use signal words like first, next, then, finally. So here we go. This was a story of a dog named Harry. Harry was a white dog with black spots, and he liked to do just about everything except take a bath. So one day when he heard the water running upstairs, he took his scrubbing brush and he buried it in the backyard, and he ran away from home. First, he went where they were fixing the street, and he got very dirty. Next, he went to the railroad, and he got even dirtier. Then he went and played tag with the other dogs, and he got dirtier still. Finally, he went and slid down a coal chute, and he got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he went from being a white dog with black spots to being a black dog with white spots. Now, Harry had had a big fun day, but he was a little tired and hungry too. And he was beginning to wonder maybe his family really did think he had run away from home. So he decided to go back home. But when he got in the yard, his family said, "Who is that strange dog? And by the way, has anybody seen Harry?" Harry couldn't believe his ears. He didn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden he remembered, I can do my famous tricks. So he did the flip-flop and the flop-flip. He even rolled over and played dead. But they said no, it just couldn't be Harry. Harry was so sad. He started to slowly walk away. And then all of a sudden he remembered something. He ran to the backyard and he dug furiously, and he dug out his scrubbing brush. And then he decided he's going to run up the stairs and jump into the bathtub. And the little girl said to her father, "I think that dog wants a bath." And the father said, "Well, why don't you and your brother give him one?" So they went upstairs and they gave him the soapiest bath that he's ever had. And they scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. And the little girl yelled, "Oh, Mommy, Daddy, come quick, come quick. It's Harry, it's Harry, it's Harry." And they were so happy they hugged. And Harry was really excited to be home. He had had a great day, but he was really tired. So he decided to go take a nap on his favorite spot, and he could barely feel the scrub brush that he had hidden underneath his pillow. So I hope you enjoyed it. That was a retelling of Harry the Dirty Dog. Next time you read a book, try retelling it to your family. And don't forget to use as many of the important details as you can remember, and use signal words like first, next, then, finally. Thanks, friends.